Wait, so do these two things have to like go full interstellar and like match rotational speed?
Exactly. They are going to synchronize and initiate landing sequence. This is accurate. We're holding on our parts about a tenth.
Like a tenth of an inch?
No, so a 10,000th of an inch.
Oh, a lot tighter than a tenth of an inch. Okay, so it starts with like a rod of brass.
Mm-hmm.
Does it spit out this finished dice?
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, I'll never get tired of that sound.
Let's get blasting.
So I started blasting. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video here at Machinewise HQ. We have been taking a tour of their entire production process, and that is going to continue in this video. If you've missed the previous two videos, definitely check out the playlist that we have right here because it is extremely important. We got to talk about everything that's new here at the facility, their entire design process, and then in the last video, we got to go from a single stock piece of material into the final finished product, or I guess mostly finished product. We also got to see titanium go from a single block into a finished handle, and all of these parts end up here at the checkout station. This is where they end up right before they go to the finishing area. But before we can even go into that, we're missing one very important piece of the puzzle, and that piece is the thing that literally holds all of this together. Machinewise makes all of their own hardware in-house, everything from the pivots on the Serif to the stop pins inside of the Sonora. And all of that is led by my good friend Pierce right here. Hi, Pierce. Thank you for coming on to here. I am very excited to learn about what you do here at Machinewise, which is, I think, some of the most precise machining that happens in the whole shop. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is where the tightest tolerances get held, so everything can fit together nice and evenly. So
I guess things aren't going to really work if the parts that are holding them together aren't made right.
No, not at all.
All right, so where does that actually happen?
That all happens at the lathe.
Let's go check out the lathe.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, so we're here at the lathe. Okay, so here at the lathe, what are we actually doing?
So this is where we're making all the hardware that actually holds the knives together, from the flippers to the folders. The rota is also made on this.
All of the round things.
Basically. So the cool thing about the lathe is instead of actually having a solid handle or material or workpiece and cutting that with an end mill that moves around, we're actually having a solid cutter and we're moving the actual workpiece itself.
So it's literally just a tube
Yep.
of metal. This is the part that's kind of attached in there and is spinning around quickly.
Yep.
All right.
Something's got to be spinning, whether it's the cutter or the part itself. So.
Something's got to be spinning. What is sort of the process in terms of like going from this bar stock to creating what you have? I mean, what it...
You want to open up?
I'd love to open it up.
Let's open it up. All this here, this is where all our tools are being held. And these are what's actually going to cut the workpiece down here.
Kind of reminds me of like what was going on with those other machines, but sort of like flipped 90 degrees in a way.
It's sort of similar. We have all the tools we could need necessary to complete an operation without moving the part. So we ain't in the old days anymore where you only have one tool and you got to change it out every time. We're living in the future.
We're living in the future. We've got every tool we could need.
Even some milling tools. We still have an end mill on here, which is similar to what we're using on the mill. So.
Whoa, okay.
This is the spindle that actually holds your material. That's the spinning part on this machine. After that, we're gonna have these tools come down and they're just gonna brush across your material and slowly take away and chip off material into the shape we need.
Why is there another one on the other side?
So this is what we call a sub spindle, and what makes this machine really cool is we have the ability, instead of actually having to unclamp and move parts over, we can have the machine do this all itself, and so it will actually grab a part and both these will be spinning at the same time.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that we don't actually have to touch it, and it's gonna be able to cut the part off and kick it out of the machine without us even touching it.
Wait, so do these two things have to like go full interstellar and like match rotational speed?
Exactly. They are going to synchronize and initiate landing sequence. This is accurate.
So cool.
What are you doing?
Docking.
This is a large machine to make very small things.
Yes.
What kind of accuracy are we working with in this situation?
We're holding on our parts about a tenth.
Like a tenth of an inch?
No, so a 10,000th of an inch.
Oh, a lot tighter than a tenth of an inch. So that's 0.0001.
We're 4 digits in, Will.
Oh my God, man. Why is that important for Machinewise to be doing that? Like, why do you guys need that level of accuracy on these parts?
At the end of the day, it's about control. And if we have more control over the precision of the parts we're creating, we can create better parts better than anyone else. So,
is there any sort of benefit to like making them in-house and not just buying it off the shelf?
One, it's a lot cooler, let's be honest.
That's true.
Two, we don't have to wait on anyone. And three, we still control all our own stuff. So if for whatever reason, we talk to assembly and they need something different, we can give it to them instead of ordering from someone else.
Right, so you're not stuck with, you know, maybe you ordered like 2,000 of a specific screw,
Exactly.
and if there's some problem, you're just kind of shit out of luck.
Yeah, I mean, we've dealt with that in the past. That's part of the reason the lathe's here, so.
Brandon just handed this little Tesseract to me and was like, hey, did you know this was made on the lathe? What am I looking at here?
So this is a little dice we made. It's really cool. We're living in the future now, so we can actually have multiple axes, more than two, like a mill, except we're on a lathe. That's what's cool about live tooling.
Okay, so it starts with like a rod of brass. Does it spit out this finished dice?
Correct.
Okay, and I noticed back here, you guys have a whole little situation. What are these guys?
Yeah, these are Sonora buttons that we actually turn out in the lathe, and they all get spit out in one operation. They run continuously, so we can set it up and just spit a bunch out.
The part gets made, it rolls down here, goes down the conveyor belt, and then ends up in this little bucket?
Boom, and then we're ready to check out, just like that.
All right, well, I guess I should go check these out then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome, thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
Okay, so I have a little parts thing that I was told to bring to the checkout table. Are you Quoke?
I am, yes.
Nice to meet you, man.
meet you.
What do you do here at Machinewise?
So I'm the head of the finishing department. I basically take all of the raw parts from the machine shop and make them look pretty. So I've been a knife enthusiast for many years, mainly in the folder world. I started making my own custom folding knives.
Really?
Yeah, I found out about Machinewise and they were local, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to learn more about the machining process side of knife making and bring on my experience in the finishing world. I do everything by hand on a manual mill, a manual lathe, and a 2x72 belt grinder. So
That's awesome.
very much a different process
Than all of this, of course.
The finishing elements do overlap quite a bit.
That's something that we really appreciate on this channel. I have a number of handmade balisongs that are like some of my most prized possessions, so I love that stuff. Now that I've kind of brought some of the parts that I've learned about how they're made through this process, what is gonna happen to these parts now?
We try to have redundancy in the quality control process. So the machine shop does their own QC check on parts as they come off the machine. Then when they come here to the table, I'll do a second QC check just to make sure everything looks good. And from there, the assembly will also do a QC check. We want to catch problems early on, so we don't want assembly to be the only QC check in the process.
Right.
Because if there's a problem that has made its way over there, by the time they notice it, a whole bunch of parts might have already been blem or scrapped because of that issue.
What are you looking for when you're quality checking these
So
products?
just a visual inspection of the parts is mainly what I do. After a visual inspection, I will bring them over to our finishing room.
Well, I guess, are these parts ready to go to the finishing room?
They look like it.
Let's do that.
All right.
Okay, so this is the dirt room I've heard so much about.
Yes, lots of dirty things go on in here.
That's what she said.
The dirt is enclosed in this space so it doesn't leak out into other parts of the shop, like the machine shop. We don't want the machines getting covered with dust.
So I've got a blade for you and a handle piece here. What is our process now that these are here?
So a lot of our parts, they have these tabs on them that come off the machine. And so these will have to be ground off before they get into tumble. This is our 2x72 belt grinder. We just put a fresh belt on and we'll get started.
All right. Oh my God, it's just gone.
Yep, it goes out, it goes pretty quickly.
Okay, so you've taken off all the burrs now.
Yep.
So where do we go from here?
So from here, they can get tumbled.
All right, let's go tumble.
All right.
Okay, so does everything get tumbled?
No, there are some small parts like Sonora bolsters where after the tabs are ground off on this side, they will get deburred by hand.
Okay, so you're just kind of going around and taking off all the little rough bits.
Yeah, because tumbling, it can't remove these tight corners.
Right, the rocks actually like can't get in there.
Correct, yeah. These can go into tumble now.
Let's send them on their way, I guess.
All right. Martine built us this box for us.
This, I'm assuming, makes it much quieter.
Somewhat quieter.
Okay. Well, at least it being in a box like this, plus being in a separate room, I guess removes it from like the rest of the establishment at least. And it's not like it was before where it was literally just shaking the entire building.
Yes, it makes the other employees happier.
All right, so we just throw that in there and send it off on its way?
Yep, we'll just flip the switch and it'll get going.
Oh, I'll never get tired of that sound.
Yep. And from there, I'll set a timer on my phone.
How long does it normally take?
Each part gets different tumble times. So for blades, the finishes off of our new surface grinder have been pretty excellent. So they only get tumbled for an hour to 2 hours, whereas before they would get tumbled for 4 hours. And Mojaves, they get about 4 hours of tumble.
All right, well, I guess we should come back in a few hours.
Yeah.
All righty.
One eternity later.
All right.
And here are our parts.
Wow, can we turn this off for sound? Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so these guys have spent a little while in their rock bath. What goes on now?
So next we'll inspect it to see if the finishes are good.
And what are you kind of looking for in terms of a tumbled finish?
Basically, the consistency of the finish to make sure there's not one area that is untumbled or if there's like a big scratch across one. So just we want to look for a consistent tumbled finish and make sure the machine lines aren't visible as well.
Right, because that's kind of the whole point of the tumbling.
Correct.
Is there any difference between like so this is a Mojave handle. Is there any difference between what the Mojave handles go through and then what like the Serif handles would go
Yes, so Serif handles, after they get tumbled, that is their final finish.
Oh,
the
okay,
tumbled
so
finish.
they can just go straight on.
Correct, but with Mojaves and Sonoras, these will get blasted from here.
Is that what I'm looking at here? I see it says Mojave blast and Sonora blast. Is this for parts to be blasted or parts that have been blasted?
Yeah, so these are parts that have been tumbled and are ready to blast now.
Does that mean we're ready to blast?
We're ready to blast. Let's get blasting.
So I started blasting.
I remember that.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
So this is the blast chamber.
Correct.
What are you blasting this with?
So we're blasting with Zerblast media.
Is that zirconium?
Zirconium oxide.
Okay.
Yep, and it is very expensive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I think the last time that I've seen a blast chamber, it was using bead blast, which is glass beads?
Glass media, yeah. So this leaves, in my opinion, a bit nicer, shinier finish than other blasting medias.
Okay.
And it's also very scratch resistant as well. So then after it gets blasted, we'll inspect it to see if it's a consistent blast finish.
Okay.
And that, again, if all the machine marks are covered, a defect that is revealed in blasting doesn't get revealed after tumble. This is a very critical part of the process to make sure that as the final finish, everything looks perfect and as it should.
Oh wow, that is quite different.
It adds a little bit of texture as well.
I can feel it's kind of like a grippier texture in general. It looks really nice though.
Yeah, yep.
Very cool. Okay, so is this one still needs to be blasted. I'll leave that with you.
Sure.
This one is finished though.
That's ready to go out for assembly.
Can I take it to assembly?
You can. It's ready to go.
Here we go.
Cheers, my friend.
Alrighty, so I was told to bring this over to this rack. There are labels, thank goodness. This one says Mojave handles, so I'm assuming it goes here. And if I mess that up, somebody will probably fix it for me. All right, that is it for the actual production process for these parts. So all of these parts are now finished and ready to go on to assembly, which is extremely exciting and would be the next video that we would be talking about, except there's one important process left over, which I actually have a great example of right here. This is titanium, and this is anodized titanium. That's right. Next video, I'm going to be learning how this magic actually happens. I'm going to learn the process of anodization from the local anodizing expert here at Machinewise, William. So it'll be the Will and Will show. Very exciting. Thank you so much to Machinewise for letting us get this deep of a dive into their entire process. This stuff has been incredible to learn about, and I am very excited to learn about the last steps of this process because it only really begins here. These are just individual parts. We don't have that final knife, and I am so excited to see it come together. So stay tuned for the rest of that, and also if you want to acquire anything from the wonderful company Machinewise and you want a nice discount, check out machinewise.willhirsch.gay, which is our affiliate link, which will get you a discount and support us at the same time. So very cool, very nice, you know, so good I had to say it twice. We're doing it. I'm bad at this. Huge thank you to our Patreon supporters. We've forgotten to do the Patreon outro for like all of the other videos we've shot here. So that's probably going to just run over like the other videos, like while I'm talking and forgetting to talk about the patrons. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry, but it's been a time. Okay, it's been busy. I'm sorry. I love you guys. Bye.